You dream of winning the lottery to eliminate all of your financial problems. You can quit the job you hate and put your energy into doing the things you love. You can buy your dream house and cars, you know, the ones on your vision board. You've always wanted to be in the position to loan money to your family and friends and not have to be the one borrowing. But can winning the lottery really solve your problems? In 2015, Marie Holmes, a single mother of 4 children, with one diagnosed with cerebral palsy, lived in a trailer home with her mom. Marie, who rarely played the lottery, heard the numbers 11, 13, 25, 39, and 52, with the Powerball of 19, realized that those numbers would change her life forever. $188 million was the grand prize in North Carolina that year. We're going to take a deep dive into Marie's story of winning the jackpot from rags to riches. Hey everybody, welcome to the Build Young, Grow Wealthy podcast. My name is Walida Cherie. In today's podcast episode, we're going to do a deep dive on Marie Holmes' rags to riches journey after winning the jackpot. Without further ado, let's get into this.
Tell me, what did you do when you heard that you were the winner?
I scared my kids. I was telling them that we didn't have to struggle no more, and I was yelling when I did it, so they ran and said I scared them. So I thought I was gonna have a heart attack when I seen the ticket, and I actually checked it.
How does it feel?
It feels, I don't think it really hit me yet. I guess when it hits my account, that's when it's really gonna hit me, but I'm thankful that I can bless my kids with something that I didn't have.
And tell me, do you always buy lottery tickets? Or
No, I don't. I only buy them when I can, so I just decided to buy it. I told Mom to go get it for me, and that was the winning ticket.
So what is the first thing you're going to buy?
First, I'm going to pay my tithes because I wouldn't have none of it went for God. So after that, I'm going to set up accounts for my kids, and when I figure out where we're going to live, I'm going to buy a house for me and my kids, and then I'm going to make sure my family's good.
How many, tell me a little bit more about your struggle and how many kids you have.
I have 4 kids, 1 boy and 3 girls. So, I've been struggling since I had them, but I wouldn't trade nothing because they're a blessing. So, I'm just thankful that I can actually do it for them without anybody's help, so without anybody telling me that they did this or that, so I don't have to worry about the word struggle no more, and neither do they.
So, I mean, were you working?
No, I was currently looking for employment, but then God brought this along, so I'm grateful. I'm very grateful.
I mean, this is, your whole life is about to change. How are you feeling about that?
I'm ready for it. I'm ready to embrace the change, you know. It'll hit me soon, but I don't want to seem like I'm ungrateful because I'm very grateful about what's about to happen for my family, so I'm just ready for it.
And where are you heading after this?
I'm going to take my kids away for a little bit because you never know what people may be thinking about when you win the lottery and stuff. So we're going to go away for a little while.
Tell me why you're going to Raleigh.
Probably go talk to some lawyers and stuff, so before I actually go in and turn my ticket, I want to make sure I'm getting the best of everything.
I mean, you talked about getting tithes and setting stuff up for your kids and getting a house and helping your family out, but is there just one thing that you want? Like something else, like a car or?
I'm going to get all of that. Car, house, I'm going to get everything that I ever wanted, and I don't know what I'm going to actually do for myself. I mean, the car and the house is something for me, but I don't know something that I really want to do for myself. It'll hit me soon.
What made you want to get this lottery ticket?
When I heard how much it actually was, I was just like, well, what does it hurt to actually pay? So I just decided to go for it. And my uncle actually sold the winning ticket.
So how old are you?
26.
I mean, I guess, you're leaving money for your kids. And I don't think they understand it now, but as they get older, what do you want them to remember about this moment and about you?
This is all for them. Like, everything is all for them. All the struggle that I ever went through, it was all for them. And I just want them to understand that money doesn't change you, but it can help you, so they don't have to worry about debt, none of that. Like, they can go to college, all on me, and they don't have to worry about nothing. And I'm glad I can do that for them.
Anything else you want to tell me about how you're feeling?
I don't know if I want to cry, smile, what. Like, I'm just grateful for this moment, and I kind of wish that my grandma was here to see this moment, but I know she's looking down on me, and happy that I finally made it. Like, we finally made it, and I can actually do this for my kids.
Tell me a little bit. I mean, why did your grandma raise you? Why do you want your grandma to witness this?
Because she's always been there for me. Like, she's been a second mom to me. She never told me no. So I kind of want to hope she can see me and be proud of me.
She was here. I mean, what do you think she would say?
We made it. That's what she always like to call me, Ree. So she'll be happy for us.
I mean, did she give up did she sacrifice for you? Tell me a little bit more about her.
She was always there for me. Like, she was the second parent. She never told me no. Like, I was the first girl, so anything I ever want, I got it. So when she passed or whatever, I kind of wish she was here for this moment, because she knew all about the struggle and what I was going through, and she understood me. So this is for her, and my granddaddy and my daddy, they don't have to worry about nothing no more. All my sisters, some of my family, they don't have to worry. We made it.
Throughout today's podcast episode, you'll hear clips of Marie's story on the Iyanla Vanzant show, Fix My Life, which is a TV series featured on the OWN network. I will give my commentary about this story, but I want to make sure I give credit to the original source, as it is not my original work. Let's begin with Marie's decision to have her money distributed to her. Marie took her money as a lump sum payment of $188 million instead of payments of $6.2 million over 30 years. I'll explain later why this was not the best financial move, so be sure to stay until the end. What you're about to hear is Iyanla Vanzant explaining to Marie how she must shift her thinking from being poor to being wealthy.
Your story reminds me a lot of my life. Not that I hit the Powerball, but that I was the one that made it. Coming from nothing into something almost overnight. That's traumatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I still feel like I'm the same person that I was before I won the lottery, but...
No. Before you won the lottery, you were the mother of 4 working in Walmart. You are not that person, baby. Do you get that?
Yes, I understand.
Has anybody taught you or supported you, instructed you on how to move from here to here?
Not really.
You got to go from being poor, which is a physical state, to being wealthy, which is a state of mind. 2 different things.
You've probably heard the saying that money makes you more of who you are. Marie is about to find out who she really is now that she has money. In the first clip, Marie pledged to pay 10% of her tithes to the church that she grew up in, which was not a problem. If you're a person of faith, that's a standard financial decision. The problem was more with the pastor of the church. Marie invited the pastor into her home to help to pray for and help guide her lost boyfriend, which you'll find out more about in a second. The pastor casually mentioned that he had been praying for land and saw Marie as his prayer being answered. They verbally agreed that she would help him build his $1.5 million retreat. According to a Black America Web exclusive, Pastor Kevin Matthews says he's experiencing emotional and mental distress due to her backing down from a verbal contract they had regarding $1.5 million to purchase land to build a retreat facility. Quote, I had to start taking more medicine for anxiety and depression due to this situation, end quote, says Pastor Kevin Matthews. Thank goodness there was no paperwork on the agreement, so it was dismissed by the courts. Now, let's talk about Marie purchasing a beautiful $350,000 home for her and her kids. A house much bigger than the time and money she planned to invest to upkeep the house. A house that became her prison. Listen to what Ayala Van Zant has to say about the home Marie purchased.
You do know this is a plantation, right? I believe that every location has an energy. So it was important for me to help Marie recognize and understand that as a Black woman living on a plantation, there was an energy that she was dealing with, sitting in, living through, in addition to what was going on in her own personal life. Are you aware of how emotionally immature Marie is? She's been mothering since she was 20. When did she grow into a woman? And this thing right here, this requires a woman with big drawers on. Have you seen her pool?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen the dirt bikes strewn about the property?
Yep, but if I say something, it's a problem.
But why is that a problem, Miss Fontella?
You tell me.
No, you have to tell me because you the mama. Correct her and direct her and stand with her and for her. She don't have a clue. Your daughter needs you so badly. The depth of her sadness is heartbreaking to me as a mother. And some of that sadness is about you.
It's important that when you purchase a house, you consider the history. Most times we see a beautiful house and we see the beauty on its outside. We can't see the room a child spent their nights crying in after being sexually assaulted, a kitchen where the wife felt unappreciated, or the garage where the husband took his life. This lesson is something we should all keep in mind. Now let's talk about Marie's baby daddy, aka her fiance, after she secured the bag. Joining the journey from struggle to prosperity comes Marie's deadbeat fiance, Lamar McDowell, a career criminal costing Marie $21 million of bail money so that he could spend quality time with his cellmates. He also convinced Marie to buy him an auto shop, $15,000 Rolex watch, 77 acres of land for him to ride his dirt bikes, and after all of that, he was a serial cheater gifting his side chicks with money to do him sexual favors. Marie was featured on The Breakfast Club as Donkey of the Day, and this was before she reached her $21 million bail allowance limit. Hear what The Breakfast Club had to say.
Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, October 21st. Today's the 21st, right? Yeah. Goes to Marie Holmes of North Carolina, okay? If you don't remember who Marie Holmes is, she's the woman who won the Powerball and elected for the lump sum of $88 million. She's balling, okay? She got it. The bread is there. Check is gone clear. She got commas. But one thing money can't buy is common sense. Now, I gave Marie Holmes Donkey of the Day earlier this year because Marie Holmes got a boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen. A boyfriend named Lamar McDowell, all right? AKA Hot Sauce. No, that's really his nickname. Really? Hot Sauce.
I love hot sauce.
Yes. And Marie is absolutely crazy over hot sauce. Like clearly,
Me too.
clearly legit crazy. Okay, either that or he is doing things to her that no man has ever done before because Marie Holmes bailed her boyfriend Hot Sauce out of jail twice. All right, if you never heard this story before, let me tell you. The bond amount, one time she bailed him out, was $3 million. And the second time, $6 million. Did you hear what I just told y'all? Marie Holmes bailed Hot Sauce out of jail once for $3 million and once for $6 million. Now, what was Hot Sauce arrested for?
You gonna keep calling him Hot Sauce, man?
That's his name.
Okay.
Okay, last November on heroin charges, he was arrested, and he got arrested again in July for violating his curfew. Let me tell you something. If I bond you out for $3 million, even if you just got to pay the 10%, that's still $300,000. And you on probation, you better walk straight and go to church on Sunday. There is no room for error. I don't care how much money I got. This has nothing to do with you, okay? Marie should have told Hot Sauce, I'm not coming to get your out if you violate, but no. Hot Sauce is sucking farts out of Marie's. Hot Sauce is making Marie's toes curls in ways that they have never curled before because when he violated, she went and doubled up and got him out for $6 million. Well, Hot Sauce has been arrested again. Yes, for the third time in less than a year, Hot Sauce has been arrested. This time for possession of a firearm by a felon. I get it. Your girl is rich, okay? People know you got that guap, so you got to stay scrapped. But keep this in mind. If your woman got money to bail you out every time you get locked up, then she got some money to hire 24-hour shooters, okay? Just get you some undercover cops that can legally pop somebody, okay? Simple. But nope, not for hot sauce. Even though he's a convicted felon, he's got to carry his own heat, and he's been arrested for it. Well, Marie Holmes, being the ride-or-die chick she is, came and bailed him out again. This time, on just $10,000 bail. Small change for Marie, but that's not the point, okay? Marie Holmes, you do understand that when you a ride or die chick, eventually the riding gets old and you have to, okay? That's the thing ride or die chicks don't understand. You will one day. Marie, you on your way to this man hot sauce is gonna be the death for you. This guy is taking advantage of you and the money you have won. You have no personal responsibility to hot sauce. Let hot sauce self-destruct on his own. Marie, I guarantee, even with all that money, you're not happy. And the reason you're not happy is because of hot sauce. All right? I know every member of your family is telling you the same thing. Cut hot sauce loose. Marie, you can buy new with that bread. You can buy the greatest money can buy with those millions of dollars. Let hot sauce die. Not literally, but let him be dead to your life. And yes, hot sauce is a donkey, but clearly he don't know no better. You should, though. But until you do, please give Marie Holmes the biggest hee-haw.
Before you judge Marie with all of those negative thoughts in your head, hear why she didn't leave Lamar even though he was draining her account.
I'm just concerned about you because I think you're taking on a lot emotionally.
I still don't know how I'm gonna feel when he leaves.
Who's the other man that left you to go to jail?
My father.
Yeah. And how did you feel then?
I kind of felt that I had lost my best friend.
Yeah. And until you can be a witness to your own pain and speak it, you can't heal it. Marie is still that little girl who doesn't understand why her dad abandoned her for a life of drugs and prison time and time again. It is no surprise that she has chosen a man who will ultimately repeat that pattern and disappoint her in the same way. It is a pattern that will keep repeating until both Marie and Lamar stand up and own their truth. It's okay.
Marie's story is all over the internet. But what about yours? What would people say about you if you won the lottery, inherited money, or created a successful business that made you rich? Here are some lessons we can all learn from Marie Holmes' rags to riches and back to rags story. If you come across large sums of money, don't tell a soul. Continue to live your life like normal when you're around people you know, and live your best life when they're not watching. If you have a small circle of people you trust, you can share, but don't discuss how much you actually have. Remember Marie's pastor? If the people around you become toxic, you can completely move away from everyone if that makes for a more peaceful life. Next, hire a competent CPA, lawyer, and financial advisor so that you can understand the tax laws and the best ways to invest your money. I highly recommend you become financially literate so you aren't taken advantage of. I want to put an emphasis on competent. Remember in the first recording, Marie said that she would talk to a lawyer to help her to make the best decisions for her money. Yet somehow, she decided to take a lump sum of money instead of payments over 30 years. By Marie taking the lump sum, she had to pay ordinary income taxes on the full amount. Plus, any debt she owed came off the top, which left her with $88 million of the $188 million she'd won. Next, be careful of the person you make your significant other. If they aren't building you up, chances are they're tearing you down. It may help for you both to sit down and really figure out how much baggage you're bringing into the relationship. And I would also suggest seek professional help. Otherwise, you can very much become the next Marie Holmes. Lastly, make sure you have a budget in place. Otherwise, just like Marie, you'll keep spending money until you have none. I'll leave a link in the description box.
Here's what Marie's story teaches us. Having money is one thing, but having a consciousness of wealth means that you have to postpone immediate gratification for long-term security. Having a consciousness of wealth, you must provide a legacy for future generations. That means you have to have a good relationship with the money you have, and you have to know that it's not just about buying things. Wealth consciousness is about establishing something in the world that serves not only you, but serves somebody else. Now, you're not going to be able to do that in the first 90 days, okay? But it's something that you must do even now to establish a consciousness of wealth. Now, here's what my teacher told me about money. She told me that anxiety and suffering related to money must be unpacked and transformed. And the way to do that is to recognize the 3 myths that this society teaches us about money and don't buy into them. The first myth, there's never enough. How many of us have said that you never have enough money, always seem to be running short? Number 2, more money is better. We think it really is. But we just saw in this story with Marie that having more money did not make her life better. Here's the third myth, that some people can have money and other people cannot, and that's just the way it is. There's nothing I can do about it. These 3 myths create a condition of thinking and a way of being that creates scarcity. True satisfaction in wealth is found in knowing that there is always more than enough, and that you are worthy to have it, and that you're sufficient if you don't. So this story was about so much more than a poor woman winning a lottery. It was a demonstration of the relationship that we have to have with money and wealth based on knowing who we are. So I want to leave you with this powerful affirmation from John Randolph Price, found in his Abundance book. And it goes like this. God is lavish, unfailing abundance, the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe, this all-providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as me, the reality of me. And you'll see how your relationship with money and wealth shifts, changes, and transforms. Here's what Marie's story teaches us. Having money is one thing, but having a consciousness of wealth means that you have to postpone immediate gratification for long-term security. Having a consciousness of wealth, you must provide a legacy for future generations. That means you have to have a good relationship with the money you have, and you have to know that it's not just about buying things. Wealth consciousness is about establishing something in the world that serves not only you, but serves somebody else. Now, you're not going to be able to do that in the first 90 days, okay? But it's something that you must do even now to establish a consciousness of wealth. Now, here's what my teacher told me about money. She told me that anxiety and suffering related to money must be unpacked and transformed. And the way to do that is to recognize the 3 myths that this society teaches us about money and don't buy into them. The first myth, there's never enough. How many of us have said that you never have enough money, always seem to be running short? Number 2, more money is better. We think it really is. But we just saw in this story with Marie that having more money did not make her life better. Here's the third myth, that some people can have money and other people cannot, and that's just the way it is. There's nothing I can do about it. These 3 myths create a condition of thinking and a way of being that creates scarcity. True satisfaction in wealth is found in knowing that there is always more than enough, and that you are worthy to have it, and that you're sufficient if you don't. So this story was about so much more than a poor woman winning a lottery. It was a demonstration of the relationship that we have to have with money and wealth based on knowing who we are. So I want to leave you with this powerful affirmation from John Randolph Price, found in his Abundance book. And it goes like this. God is lavish, unfailing abundance, the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe, this all-providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as me, the reality of me. And you'll see how your relationship with money and wealth shifts, changes, and transforms.
If you like this type of podcast episode, consider subscribing for more, share this episode with a friend, and until next time, I will talk to you later.